Hello everyone, this is the Monopolistic Investor. My YouTube channel got banned again, so sorry for that. I don't know actually why. They keep saying that I violated something, but I don't actually know what. So let's just continue on showing my videos here on Substack. And here we have some very important news to get into. Apple has been at its Worldwide Developer Conference 2025. You know, it's a very, very important event for the company. The one where sometimes very impactful products are announced, you know. As you know, right now, it's been a disappointment. Many investors are angry at them. Oh, you didn't deliver the Siri features we are looking for, you know. Many people have been wanting Siri to be upgraded, but we weren't delivered those features, and so shares were down 1%. Now, we aren't focused on the short-term price movements of stock. First of all, let's go through this article and take a look at what Investopedia is saying about it. The key takeaways: Apple's WWDC keynote delivered slow but steady improvements to strategy, but overall it was a yawner. So what it means is that it's a conservative approach, the one where you aren't taking the biggest amount of risk, and it's not the most innovative, but it's something which will keep users engaged in their ecosystem. The event introduced an iOS update with some new features, but did not provide a specific timeline on AI-powered Siri features that investors had been waiting for. Why Siri? Well, because it's already an iPhone, Apple, etc. ecosystem, basically Apple ecosystem virtual assistant for your needs. So you know, it's a bit of a disappointment, of course, but you know, remember that Apple is a very, very big company, but it has a different culture than Amazon, unfortunately, which has more of a startup-like nature, whereas Apple has a more buyback nature, and they are late to the artificial intelligence party. And also, I think you heard the news that they will be ditching Chrome in favor of Claude. Well, that's another aspect, you know. We'll see how it will happen. So we'll see. But here we have, yes, the iPhone maker playing it safe and close to vest after the missteps last year. An ambitious presentation at WWDC 24 that showcased a supercharged Siri assistant handling more complex tasks using AI. Now, they said on Monday, so just yesterday, that there's more work to do and that more information will be released in the coming year. So this year that is already happening. So Apple planted the seeds of its AI strategy by releasing a software development kit that will allow developers to build apps using the LLMs within Apple Intelligence, but it's, you know, a very, very incremental, small improvement to the design. Basically, it was only the design, really, and more like very small, insignificant, in my opinion, features such as AI live part translation. Well, it's meant to keep people switching to competitors' hardware, but really, you know, if someone owns an iPhone, why don't they just copy and paste it into the Translate app that Google themselves have, you know? Really, basically what this all goes to is this. This is their new design. You can see it's very minimalistic. It actually goes back to their skeuomorphism type that they were before in, you know, so that actually each element is a bit more like 3D, you can see it. So actually, you can see the detail that, look, compare this to this, you can see that every detail of it is actually pretty detailed. So this is very, I think, extensive in terms of graphics usage, which could drain iPhone battery. So I don't know why they have went to that. Maybe it's to show a minimalist usage. Well, for me it's worse, as I would get mixed up way easier. You have all these icons. Oh, where to look on this? Well, I see this, but I'm used to the colors, so it's a bit boring now. Well, maybe some people think like that. I personally prefer this view, although I don't have such an iPhone. I think the icons are a bit too weird, in my opinion, too modern. And so we'll see what will happen, but we have, for example, users searching Google, Etsy, or other apps for similar items, or asking ChatGPT questions about the displayed information right on your screen. Genmoji, not important. So we'll see what will happen, but let's continue. Of course, they are aiming for some price targets, but we will take a look at this them ourselves. So that is the end of this article. Balance, I don't pay them, so I don't have access to it. But let's take a look at my market vision software, which is, well, it is for paid subscribers, but there's a 30-day free trial, so why not try? Then it's only €9 amount. What even is it? It's basically a bit like your like your Spotify subscription, but way better. I'm focused on implementing more features. I'm very excited about new features that I'm going to put, but it's a surprise. So you have the AI overview, and here we have Apple has announced plans to launch iOS 26 and macOS 26 in major rebranding tied to software designs. The company has also announced a rating upgrade, indicating positive sentiment in its stock. However, some investors are expressing negative sentiment, suggesting the company's performance may be impacted by market conditions. And, short-term market conditions may impact the performance of the stock, but long-term outlook remains positive. It is positive, but we must remember that we are long-term investors and we don't want companies that are stagnating. I personally listened to an AI overview of Caterpillar, because there is a function. I'm not affiliated by Google. I'm just using Notebook LM that they have created to create AI overviews of the earnings reports, and I must say it's amazing. The podcast, between two artificial intelligences speaking like people. Amazing. Truly amazing. So what we have here is their balance sheet. And we can see it's actually on the positive side, but minus 50,000 million net cash position, so minus net, so it's debt, and positive net equity, surpassing it, so great. This isn't proportional, this to this, only it's horizontally proportional, but I will need to fix it at some point. Well, compared to other companies, it's holding up pretty well, that is great. Market share is also positive. But, in terms of the revenue growth rate, well, look at this. Expected revenue next year is about 5% growth. If we take a look at what they actually delivered, we can see it's like 7, 8, minus 2. So the median, I think, is somewhere around this level. 2%, 4% is a very balanced mix. So based on that, to 4% we have $318, and 2% $259. Right now it's 200, so it's basically trash, It's a very high quality company, but a terrible investment in my opinion right now. So if we look at this from this perspective. So we have different cash flows. Well, if we do short-term price movements, it's bound to become overvalued because, well, we aren't taking a look at most of the metrics. So really, my opinion is that while it's for some people it might look cool, for me it's just a redesign and some AI features that I personally maybe wouldn't use that much. I own an iPhone X, so I don't even have this update, which is adequately named iOS 26 as the year 2026, because you haven't missed 25, 24, 23 iOS. No, they still exist, but there's this giant leap, like this iPhone 9, which was completely missed because you have the iPhone SE. So never mind that. It's a bit interesting, I must tell you, a bit funny. But what is the key takeaway? Apple is staying the same. Basically, they are staying the same, not an innovative product, but still generating cash for shareholders, although it may not be really fancy. It's pretty boring. Dividend growth 4%. Not the best, but if you own this company, well, you can own it. I don't say anything. Just look at the valuation possibly. That's all, guys. That's all for this video. You have some more features like holding it, like for example, there's a live agent which becomes available during phone queries. You are at a call center. It's pretty, cool, good features, but it's really not something revolutionary. So I'm not concerned about my portfolio because I don't own Apple. If I were to own, well, I wouldn't sell it. I would have sold it some time ago, probably, seeing their valuation. But of course, I don't own it. So don't take this as financial advice. Do your own research, please. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions, any feature requests for my app. Also, try the Learn Investing tab. It's for free. Just log in with your Google account. It's free. I don't need to get your credit card info. That's not the point. I just want you to test out this Learn Investing section in the app. Just go to marketvisionscatchot.com and you can try it out. Let me know in this form here, and you can tell me what you think about it, because that will tell me a lot. So thank you very much, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.